It is time to work on some character development, and I am very excited to do this. I have been working a ton on things like world building and plot, but it's all really revolved around the physical actions of the characters, like where they are going, what they are doing to get where they are going. And I haven't really focused much in terms of the book and the plot on the character development. And of course, in a story, character development is really key. So the purpose of this vlog is to explore the beginnings of my character development. If you're new here, welcome to my writing vlog. My name is Stephanie, and I am writing a novel with absolutely no writing experience. I've seen a ton of YouTube videos and TikToks and things talking about ways to develop your character, and you can buy these sheets from people and do character development sheets. I'm not gonna really go that route. I'm going to make my own sheet because I think A, it's free of charge, but then B, it's also good for me to learn more about the writing process and learn more about how to develop my characters. Because if I take someone's sheet and just fill it out, I may not really understand why I need to know the things that are on that sheet. What I'm going to do today is watch a bunch of YouTube videos and TikToks and do a little bit of internet research and really determine what it is that you need to know when making a character profile and developing your character. I'm just going to make a list of all these things, and later on in the evening, I will go through this list and kind of create my own character profile sheet that I can use to develop my characters. I am really excited about doing this because it's a little bit different than what I've been doing so far. The characters have pretty much just been developed in my head, and I haven't really explored their growth or anything like that through my plotting exercises. My hope is that by doing this character profiling exercise, I will get a better understanding of my characters, who they are, and it will help me write them better in my novel. Hello and welcome to another day of character profiling. Yesterday I had a really great time. I got so many questions. I can't remember if I showed how many questions I had. So I have this whole page plus another half page of questions that I have put in my character profile, and it's a lot. I will admit I am a bit overwhelmed, because when I started this, I thought that my character profile would only be 5 or 10 questions and it would be enough to get me started and I wouldn't need to do much more than that. This is a lot. If I had to guess, it's around 25 to 30 questions, and they go very in depth. I thought this was gonna be like your physical description of your character and what are their strengths and weaknesses. And while it is that, it is also, what does your character fear most in the world, and what are their quirks, and how do they manipulate people is one of the questions. And I'm just like, gosh, that's stuff I haven't even thought about. So it's gonna take a lot of thought. And I'll be honest, as I was looking through these questions, I kind of think that while I will still do this exercise, I believe that I won't be able to complete the exercise because I'm not sure I will have developed these characters enough in my head to know how to answer these questions. But it's good to have these questions because if I come to a question I can't answer, I can figure out a way to answer it in the future and develop my character further. As you saw last night, I put all of these questions into a Word document and I formatted it and made it a template. And now I can take this template and use it for multiple characters. My plan is to have a completed character profile for my main characters only. I may do this with side characters, but this is a lot of work and I want to make sure it is useful for me. So I'm using the main characters as kind of a trial run. And I'm going to start with the protagonist because the protagonist is, of course, the most important person in the whole story. So I'm going to work on her. It is a her. I will tell you the protagonist is a her. It will be hard for me to keep that a secret for much longer, but I won't tell you much else. So I'm going to start with her character profile first. Also because once I have developed her character profile, it will make the other characters' character profiles a little easier because there are questions in this character profile of how does the character relate to the protagonist. So once I have her developed, then I can start developing other characters as well. I'm going to spend a significant amount of time on this because it is the protagonist, and I'm not sure how long it's going to take me tonight to do this, but I'm going to work really hard on her character profile, and that's all I'm going to do today. And then tomorrow I will pick up another character at least. And I'm really interested to see how this goes because I've had these characters in my head for a while and I've never really put them on paper. I have kind of some vague behavioral traits and stuff that I want the characters to have, and I haven't really explored it that much further, so I'm really excited to get into these characters in depth. It is another day and I finished my character profile yesterday for my protagonist. I say finished, it's more like 80% complete. I am actually surprised at how much I did on it. I expected going into it, especially with the list of questions that I saw, that I would only maybe be able to complete 40 to 50% of it, but I was able to complete about 80% of it, which was really surprising. That is exciting though, because it means that my character is pretty well developed in my head. It was really fun to get all these ideas and thoughts down on paper. It made it more, I don't want to say final, but more real perhaps. And it was a lot of fun. And today I'm going to be working on character profiles for 2 other characters. This is going to be one major character and one kind of like minor character. These character profiles probably won't be as complete as the protagonist character profile just because I've spent a lot more time thinking about the protagonist than I have these other characters, but these other characters are important to the story, so I want to do their profiles as well. that concludes my character profiles for now. These are the characters that I wanted to profile going into this. I have other characters in mind, but I do not believe they are even anywhere near developed enough for me to try to do a character profile on them. Also, there are more characters that will need to be added to the story just for numbers purposes, and I haven't even thought about them yet. And so I definitely have more character development work to do in the future, but I'm done for now. Overall, I did find this exercise really helpful. As you saw, I came up with a really great idea. I have been able to come up with some other ideas doing this exercise. It was kind of like a different way of brainstorming, and I was really excited to learn more about my characters and develop them more and see how they grow in the story. I'm really excited to use this character profile, which will definitely remind me where my character has been, what they believe, where they're going, and it's going to be a lot of fun to write these characters in my book.